right field. Pretty well hit. Freeland back at the wall. He jumps. It's gone. He did it. He did. Swinging a drive towards the gap in right center. It's pretty deep. It's back near the wall.
Baby, I believe that you're a feeling fine. Shake my body, moan under a bad sound. Blue moon in your eyes, just sing it now.
Tell me! And cut the
Josh McCown struggle all 82. The Knicks not make the playoffs and fucking somebody ruptures some. I would rather all of that shit.
intercepted! Twisted Craig!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to Empire Sports Media's coverage of New York Knicks playoff basketball. It is great to be back with you guys once again, this time back in the home setup as your New York Knickerbockers look to go up 3-0 against the Philadelphia 76ers. So we are just about 10 minutes away from tip-off at the Xfinity Mobile Arena in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Let me just adjust the height of the mic, because it's turning like crazy. Give me a hot second really fast. Let me get that up and running. It's swinging too far out. I gotta... Oh, this thing's about to fall. Yep. Oh, there goes that mic. Ha! The whole thing just completely fell apart. Can't get it to stand. Oh, man, that's unfortunate. I was about to have a good stream with a good mic, but the whole thing just completely popped off. God damn it. Give me 1 second, people. Let me hook up the other microphone. Alrighty, so the unfortunate news is the mic just completely stopped working, but I've got the headphone mic today. Unless I could somehow figure out how to set this microphone back up, we're kind of SOL in terms of using it. Either way, Knicks look to go up 3-0 against the Philadelphia 76ers, who've got themselves a daunting task at hand. The Knicks will have to do it, however, without OG Anunoby, as he has been ruled out for Game 3 against the 76ers. And they're definitely caught off guard. That is a big thing about Philly tonight, is that nobody knows what to expect. Joel Embiid is starting for them tonight, but I don't think it's really going to make that much of a difference. Hold on.
midfield. Pretty well hit. Freeling back at the wall. He jumps. It's gone. He did it. He did. Swinging a drive towards the gap in right center. It's pretty deep. It's back near the wall.
Woke up this morning, all that love had gone. Your papa never told you about right and wrong. But you looking good, baby. I believe that you're a feeling fine. Shake my body, no under a bad sign. Blue moon in your eyes, just sing it now.
Tell me! And cut the...
Watch Miguel struggle all 82. The Knicks not make the playoffs and fucking somebody ruptures some. I would rather all of that shit.
Intercepted! Twisted Ray!
Appreciate you guys being so calm and courteous through the technical issues, but we've got the mic up and running. We are locked in and ready to go for today's game. Game 3 between the Knicks and the Sixers. As now we are going to get you the starting lineups for today's game. If the mic stand will stop being so complicated. There we go. We got her all up and running. Seabass, I appreciate you joining up early as we get you tonight's starting lineups. First, for the New York Knicks. The graphic always takes a second for it to load. And now it's off center. There we go. Jalen Brunson starts things off at the 1, followed by Deuce McBride at the 2. He is in place for OG Anunoby. With Mikal Bridges at small forward, Josh Hart. Not sure why it says he's wearing 3 and 32. That's awkward. Can I already tell you you got that horrible Wi-Fi? At the horrible Wi-Fi? Yeah, dude. I mean, it's great. I love it. I don't know why it said he's wearing... You play the show now? Yep, I can. I'm basically all locked and loaded now. Let me reset the graphic again. There we go. That's more like it. Now, I don't know why it says playing small forward. Man, Kelly Oubre is so fine. No shit. Huh. For the Sixers, it's Tyrese Maxey at the 1. VJ Edgecombe at the 2. Kelly Oubre at the 3. Paul George at the 4. And Joel Embiid at the 5. So, yeah, we do have ourselves like an actual working microphone. And I'm not going to lie, this thing is sensitive. It picks up basically all audio. So, we are officially in business for tonight's game. And the home setup is a lot better than my away setup, that's for sure. Let me turn off the mic first. Let's rock and roll. Just waiting on this game to start. I'm not nervous. I'm locked in. I'm ready to go. I'm excited. It's going to be a good game for the Knicks tonight. Obviously, it sucks that no OG Anunoby. Why are some of the Sixers so zoomed in? Some of them are so zoomed out. Let me see what you're talking about. I don't know. I guess this is how the pictures came out. I don't know. It was being very weird. The objective has not changed. It remains Knicks in 6. Could very well be earlier if I'm being honest. Start the game already. 7:09, so we should be starting any second now. Cole Hamels ringing the bell tonight. Finishing Matt's collection of the show. Great, man. I'm happy for you. That bell is so lame. Is just not it, man. Pulled Soto? Hell yeah, dude. Let's go. And for the first time all postseason, we are also streaming on the X. We are live on both Twitter and the YouTube. So if anybody would like any sort of Knicks coverage, we are locked in. So just for the sake of doing so, I'm going to pull up the starting lineup graphic one more time. Jalen Brunson starting things off at the 1, followed by Miles McBride at the 2, in place for OG Anunoby. Mikal Bridges playing at the 3 with Josh Hart at the 4, Cat at the 5. Tyrese Maxey at the starting point guard, followed by VJ Edgecombe, Kelly Oubre at the 3, Paul George at the 4, and Joel Embiid at the 5. Embiid was out with an injury in Game 2, as he is now back for Game 3. People are saying that there are more Knicks fans than Sixer fans, and I believe that times 100. Through the first 8 games of the playoffs, the New York Knicks have a plus 150 point differential. That is absolutely insane. You're not going to see that from a lot of teams, but a lot of teams are not the Knicks, if we're being honest. Whoa. Sorry, the mic is dancing all over the place. My God, if I had a nickel for every time they said the Sixers have come back down 3-1, I'd be a very rich man and have a lot of nickels. The mic's going to come off again. Whatever. I'll deal with it later. And they've already scored, and I'm still... Original setup. So it's already 2-0, just like that, and I wasn't looking. Lovely. As Hart's going to miss that shot. Embiid picks up the rebound. How far away am I on the clock? Pretty far off, I'm being honest. Here's Tyrese Maxey. Embiid in the post. Kicks this one out. Paul George, top of the key. That's good. Paul George getting the Sixers started off early. They lead this one 5-0. Here's Mikal Bridges, guarded by Kelly Oubre. Bridges gets inside, kicks it out. Josh Hart, right corner, speeds off of him. Lost the ball, picked up by VJ Edgecombe. Edgecombe gets inside, and he's fouled by Brunson. I gotta deal with Stan Van Gundy all night and a dangling microphone. Edgecombe's first free throw is good, and the Sixers jump out to a 6-0 lead. Very awkward start to the game. As VJ makes them both, make it 7-0 Sixers. Paul George, full court press. They are full court pressing this early into the game. Hard, the drive inside, layup is off the mark. And Embiid makes another defensive play. Maxey for 3, that's off the mark, back of the rim. Hart takes up, here comes New York. Josh Hart inside Karl-Anthony Towns. Towns with some space, guarded by George. Right corner for Josh Hart, guarded by Embiid. Here comes Hart. With some space, back out to Brunson. Off the screen from Hart. Brunson gets inside, launches to step back 2. That's off the back of the rim. And that'll be Sixer ball. Not an ideal start for the Knicks. As the backdoor pass, Paul George. And it's 9-0. Philadelphia in full control. Here's Josh Hart, guarded by Oubre. Hart gets inside, goes up, layup is in, and the Knicks are finally on the board. And it's now 9-2 Philadelphia, 10 minutes to go. Here's Embiid. Up for George, that one's tipped away, stolen. Embiid recovers. Embiid lost the ball again, somehow gets it back. Embiid, low block, double team by Cat and Hart. Kicks it out. Edgecombe, corner 3. That's off the mark. Embiid goes down. Weird sequence there between Embiid and Towns. Here's McBride out to Towns. And Embiid fouls him. Give Embiid a technical. Give Embiid a technical. Here's McBride. There's Brunson off the screen from Deuce. Brunson at the 6 logo. To the right wing. Kicks this one out. McBride out to Hart. Left corner. That's in and out. Maxey with the rebound. Here's Maxey. Lost the ball again. And it's a backcourt. What is going on in this first quarter? Very weird start to the game. What is happening? Here's Brunson off the inbound and McBride. Top of the key. Deuce guarded by Edge. Come off the screen from Cat. McBride swings it back for Towns. Top of the key. Pump fakes on Embiid. Goes inside. A beautiful take to the basket. It scores. Karl Anthony Towns with his first 2 points. And it's 9-4. Knicks cut the lead to 5. Here's Embiid at the Xfinity Mobile Arena. At that logo, excuse me. Here's Paul George. Right wing inside. Embiid off the mark. Blocked by Towns. Here comes Hart. For Brunson. Brunson, the drive, the layup, can't go. Towns is there for the putback. So the Knicks respond. They go down 9-0 early. They respond with 6 of their own. Embiid backing down, lost the ball, but a foul called. It was a very weird start to the game. Here's Embiid, top of the key, back to Paul George, left wing. George cuts inside, pump fakes, lost the ball, recovers his own miss. George guarded by Hart. Low block at the Stars logo. George for 2, that's good. Paul George with his first points makes it 11-6. Here's Bridges back up for Towns, guarded by George. Towns looking for a man. Double jab step. Baseball pass, Josh Hart, right wing. Off the screen. Brunson, guarded by VJ. Brunson at the right wing. Here comes the screen from Josh Hart. Cuts inside. Brunson goes up. Tough shot. No. Towns is there with the one-handed putback off the glass. And it's 11-8. Sixers now only lead by 3. The lob to Edgecombe. How'd he get that wide open? Jesus. Hart gets inside. That one's stolen by Maxey. Here come the Sixers. Maxey back to Edgecombe again. Back-to-back alley-oops as Mike Brown wants to talk things over. Didn't know VJ could get height like that. I'm not sure what the plan is, but right now it is not looking ideal if you're a Knicks fan. Oh, there goes that. And there goes that as well. The mic just won't stay sturdy, which is really frustrating. If I'm being honest. Like, I have it planned out. Like, it's set up right, but it just won't stay. Like, I could try it like this, but it's probably just going to start dangling again, if I'm being honest. Like, look, I'll try it now. See, like, it's just going to keep dangling. It has to be, like, damn near drilled into the system. Because then there goes that again. Like, I can only put it in so many different areas without it tipping over. So, yeah, like, there goes all of that again. For the third time, it has popped off completely off the hedges. I don't know why the setup is being so weird today, but yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with this poor microphone, but like, I don't know. Goddamn ChatGPT ads for a friggin' that was absolutely pointless. What is the fan ratio? I gotta look at this. Who cares? We'll look later. My clock's about 10 seconds behind. Let me catch up to that real quick. Here's McBride to Bridges. Brunson, pump fakes on Edgecombe. Brunson, the drive inside. Floater, no sir. Rebound Embiid. Here comes Philly. Edgecombe. Embiid, pump fakes. Back to Edgecombe, left wing. Embiid, top of the key. At the foul line. Double jab, launches from 10. Money. Sixers off to a hot start, shooting 7 for 11 as a team. Here's Brunson off the screen from Josh Hart. And that's a moving screen. Not the start we had hoped for. Here's Tyrese Maxey, guarded by Bridges. Up to Embiid. Embiid inside. Oubre, double jab step. Knocks him down. George for 3. That's good. Sixers go up 12 early in this one. Here's McBride up to Towns. Towns. Out for Hart. Hart back to Towns. Sizes up on Embiid. The drive. Jab steps back to McBride. Yo, what? McBride launches for 3. In and out. Towns is there for another putback. Cat with these putbacks, man. That's like his 5th one. Jesus. Here's Edgecombe. Up for Embiid. Embiid. And that's a foul on the floor. It'll go on McCall. Well, I did say I want more physical basketball, so I'm not going to complain. But, like, come on. Here's Edgecombe guarded by McBride. I was about to say, you can't miss that one. Pretty obvious. I mean, he shoves hard to the floor. I don't know how you can miss that. It's right there in front of you. I love the physicality, though, on both sides. Like, that's great. Here's Bridges, guarded by Oubre. Bridges, off the dribble, gets inside, shot clock at 9, and another illegal screen. Cat picks up his second. That didn't even look like a foul, but to each his own, I guess. Now Mitchell Robinson is in for New York. Robinson, the bounce pass. Maxey gets past Bridges, kicks it out. Oubre, right corner, off the mark. Rebound goes to Robinson. Hart moves in on Embiid. Layup is good. Beautiful take for Josh Hart. And that cuts the lead down to 8. Here's Paul George. Up for Maxey. Maxey at the 76 logo. Up to Oubre. To the corner. Back to George. Low block. George met immediately by Josh Hart. George pump fakes. Tough shot. That's good. What is with Paul George in the first quarter, man? He literally did this shit the first 2 games. He's now done this 3 games in a row. Paul George in the first quarter. God help them. Here's Brunson off the screen from Robinson. Brunson, right wing 3. You bet. A response for Jalen Brunson cuts the lead back to 8. 23-15 Philadelphia. Here's Maxey up for Embiid. Embiid, the bounce to Maxey. Gets past Robinson and he scores again. Make it 25-15. Philly has been in full control in this first quarter. Brunson, the bounce. Bridges, right corner. Got it! Cuts it back to a 7-point game. So at least the Knicks are starting to hit their shots. Here's Tyrese Maxey. And Bridges fouls. I don't know how Paul George is doing this 3 games in a row. We're going to step aside for a quick 60-second break. Sixers leading this one 25-18. Nice. Now the video's not playing. None of the videos are working. Oh, that one works. Finally. And we are back. 25-18 in favor of the Sixers. They have been playing significantly better ball than the Knicks. I mean, there's no doubting it and there's no denying it. They have been the better team so far. But it is still very early in the game. There is a lot of basketball left to be played. It would be nice if this damn mic thing would stay still for once when I'm actually trying to use it and not completely tip over. I'm going to try to put this together again. It just completely pops out. Nope, still cooked. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going wrong with this thing, but I don't know. I guess the mic just ain't working. Oh, baby. And here we are back underway finally. It took a hot minute, but we're ready to go. Maxey gets inside, kicks it out to Quentin Grimes. Paul George, pump fakes, top of the key, guarded by Deuce McBride. George goes for the step back crossover, nearly lost the ball, pulls up a tough shot, and he scores. I mean, this is ridiculous. He's literally done this all 3 games. I don't understand how he does it in the fourth quarter every time. Here's Brunson, guarded by Oubre. There's the screen from Robinson. Brunson gets inside, nearly lost the ball. Now he's officially lost it, tipped up by Andre Drummond. It's Maxey alongside Grimes, Oubre, George, and Drummond for Philadelphia. Maxey, the backdoor pass inside to Oubre, and he missed the layup, but Robinson could not secure it. It will stay with the Sixers. It's now Jordan Clarkson, Landry Shamet. Or no, Shamet's going to not take the floor. Bridges will stay in the game. 14 on the clock. Maxey just going to heave one to Oubre, top of the key. Backing down on Brunson. Oubre gets inside. Floater in and out. Brunson with the rebound. Here come the Knicks. Brunson backing down here on George. There's the screen Robinson. Brunson nearly lost it again. Brunson gets inside. Floater, no. Robinson could not hang on. And I believe Maxey's got called for a foul. It's on Drummond. Honestly, I'm confused too. Here's Brunson. Up to Robinson. Back to Brunson. Double teamed here by Drummond and Oubre. Brunson up for Shamet. Shamet gets inside. Pulls up. Tough shot. Scores. The former Sixer, Landry Shamet, with his first 2 points of the game. 27-20. Philadelphia up 7. George nearly lost the ball. Recovers it. Off the dribble. Fires. And he finally missed. Clarkson with the rebound. Almost one-handed like Odell Beckham. Clarkson met by Grimes. And an errant pass. And it'll be a turnover for the Knicks. We know why that game's on national. It's Clayton Clark, obviously. Here's Oubre. Nearly lost the ball and fouled on Robinson. Or it's on Clarkson. I thought that was going to be on Robinson. Fucking hell, man. Embiid is now back in. Now Don Barlow comes in for Philly. He had a really strong outing in game 2. Oubre's second free throw is good. See, I knew he was making both free throws. Here's Bridges, guarded by Barlow. Up for Brunson, right wing. There's Robinson off the screen. Brunson kicks it out. Bridges, left wing 3, just off the mark. But a loose ball foul. It'll go on Embiid. First foul in the last 2 minutes. So one more foul, the Knicks will be in the bonus. Sixers are shooting at 58% from the clip. Here's Brunson. The bounce. Bridges nearly lost it. Picks it back up. Robinson. Back to Bridges. Off the screen. Bridges. Tough shot. No. Robinson somehow gets the offensive rebound. I don't know how the hell he just did that. Brunson inside. Layup is good. Beautiful take from Jalen Brunson. And the Knicks cut the lead back to 7, 29-22. 10 second chance points for the Knicks compared to Philly's 2. Edgecombe at the Xfinity Mobile Arena logo. Edgecombe guarded now by Brunson. Drives past him up for Grimes. Grimes launches step back 3 ball. That's off the mark. Brunson with the rebound. Here comes New York in transition. Brunson slow to get past the timing line. There's the screen from Mitch. Brunson past Edgecombe. Kicks it out. Shamet left corner. Bullseye! Landry Shamet knocks one down from beyond the arc, and it's 29-25. Sixers lead cut to 4. 50 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Here's Embiid backing down on Robinson. Embiid gets inside. Floater. Yes, sir. Physical drive to the basket. Lead goes back to 6. Here's Brunson. Gets past. Launches for 3. That's off the mark. Wanted a foul call. Doesn't get one. Here's Edgecombe. Inside. Layup won't go. And it's rebounded by New York. Here's Brunson. 1 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. 17 seconds left here in the first quarter. Brunson guarded by Edgecombe at the 6. Brunson backing down with 10 on the shot clock. Here comes the help defense to Bridges. Gets wide open. Bridges inside. Beautiful drive inside, and he scores. 4 seconds left. Grimes inside. Won't go, and that'll do it for the first half. And that's how the first is going to end. 31-27 in favor of Philadelphia. Knicks are lucky to only be down just 4. High flying first. Philadelphia leads this one 31-27. Be back on the other side of this.
Woke up the snow, got yourself a gun. Mama always said you'd be there, chosen one.
Swinging a fly ball to right field. Pretty well hit. Freeland back at the wall. He jumps. It's gone. He did it. He did. Swinging a drive towards the gap in right center. It's pretty deep. It's back near the wall.
Woke up the snow, all that love and gun. Your papa never told you about right and wrong. Did you look
me and cut them.
Watch Miguel struggle all 82. The Knicks not make the playoffs and fucking somebody ruptures some. I would rather all of that shit.
Intercepted! Twisted Craig!
And we are back for the second quarter. What up, Mix? How we doing? Hannah Worth walks off at Exton Iona to the softball finals. Hell yeah. Let's go. Wow, we are good. We are going to the softball championship game. Is that tomorrow at 11 a.m.? I kind of want to go. I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. This is a tough one, man. The Sixers could not have had a better first quarter, in my opinion. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. We are keeping the grind going for game number 3. And here we go, ready to begin the second quarter. Knicks trailing 31-27. It's Alvarado on the floor with Clarkson, Shamet, Hart, and Towns. For Philly, it's Maxey, Edgecombe, Don Barlow, Grimes, and Joel Embiid. Cap backing down. Clarkson, floater. Yes, sir. Jordan Clarkson with a nice little floater game, and it's 31-29. Knicks only trailing by 2. Here's Maxey up for Embiid. Maxey guarded by Shamet. Maxey double teamed, gets inside. That's a beautiful left-handed layup. Cuts the lead, puts the lead back up to 4, 33-29. Here's Towns backing down, puts one up. He won't get shots, but it'll be a foul. It's a hell of a play there. Set that up very nicely. As they take it side out. Alvarado back up for Hart. Alvarado guarded by Edgecombe. Off the screen goes Josh Hart. Shamet right wing at the FanDuel sign. Shamet backing down. Gets inside. Layup and scores. What a play by Landry Shamet. Some Philly fans said Hart just kicked it with his knees. That's a delay of game. 22-16 in points in the paint. Knicks up +6. Embiid backing down. Gets inside. Finds Edgecombe. Right wing 3. Ball short again. Hart able to stay in balance. Here comes New York. Down the stretch. Hart blows past Barlow. Gets inside. Layup, no, but a foul called. So it'll be 2 free throws for Josh Hart as the Knicks look to tie this one up at 33. How about Landry Shamet? The boos are raining down. Sixer fans are trying so hard to boo, but they're struggling. But I do want that chicken. If Hart misses the second one, then the place is going to erupt. That's how Sixer fans are. They want chicken. Here's Josh Hart. Can he give the fans chicken? Sixer fans are getting free chicken. But Shamet gets the offensive rebound. Here's Alvarado. Hart at the Xfinity Mobile Arena logo. Hart off the screen. Guarded by Embiid. Pump fakes to Towns inside. And they can't get the shot off. It's a 24-second violation. 7 turnovers by the Knicks in the first half. Playing incredibly sloppy basketball, if I'm being honest. Here's Embiid backing down. Floater, no sir. Loose ball. Grimes couldn't get it. Here's Clarkson up to Shamet. And he throws it down. Hard to the hole is Landry Shamet. And it's 33-all. And the Knicks have tied it up. Here's Maxey to George. George backing down on Shamet. George spinning away. Nearly lost it. Somehow holds on. Rebound by Grimes, and he's out of bounds. And the Knicks will take over. No, it shouldn't. He barely even made contact with him. Towns backing down, and he's stripped by Embiid. Grimes to Maxey, and he scores. I feel like Towns has to at least make an effort on there instead of trying to draw a foul there. Alvarado to Hart. Right wing. Hart backing down inside, and he scores again. The Knicks not afraid to attack the basket, and it's 35-all here in the second quarter. Here's Maxey. The bounce to Embiid. Guarded by Alvarado. Layup, no. Towns with the rebound. Up to Hart. Spins off Paul George. Now up to the right wing. Hart finds Cat. Top of the key. Pump fakes. Gets inside. Back out to Hart. Right corner. Hart. Back out to Shamet. Launches. Front rim, no. Clarkson tips it. Alvarado for 3. Nylon! Jose Alvarado bangs one home, and the Knicks have a 3-point lead. And the Knicks have their first lead of the night after being down by 12. What a shot by Jose Alvarado. That's got to be a foul on Embiid. Yeah, as it should be. He throws him down. Nick Nurse going to try to challenge the call. The way I see it, I think that should only be a foul on Embiid. I mean, he completely shoves Towns to the ground. I swear to God, if Nick Nurse wins this challenge, and that's just straight up home cooking. What was I going to look at? Dun, 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 dun. I mean, it's pretty obvious. I mean, look at this. What more is there that you need to see? You've got to be kidding me. What? I mean, this is just deliberate home cooking at this point. Like, how is that a foul, man? Here's Kelly Oubre, guarded by Mikal Bridges. Oubre with the bounce. And that's apparently a foul on Josh Hart, even though he barely even grabbed Paul George. How do you go to the monitor and find that? That's a disastrous call, man. Jesus Christ. George Oubre. Back over to Grimes. Back to Oubre. Launches. Right wing 3-ball. In and out. Tipped back to George. George, top of the key. There's a screen from Embiid. Back out to Grimes. Grimes, pump fakes. Embiid launches from 15. Pump fakes again. Jab step. Now launches. That's off the mark. Hart with the rebound. Here comes New York. Hart's already got himself 6 rebounds tonight. Here's Robinson. With some space, here's Alvarado. Alvarado off the screen for Mitch. Grimes tried to get his hand in. Double teamed again. Alvarado gets inside. And there's going to be 2 seconds left on the shot clock. I mean, I really don't know what to say off that last call. Brought to the lob to Robinson. Call it a Robinson. Oh my God, I called it. Here's Edgecombe. Embiid drives inside and he is fouled. I said there was going to be a Robinson. And now Embiid to the line to shoot 2. What a loud reaction he got for the miss. Joel off to shoot his second free throw. Makes the second one. 40-36. Knicks up 4. McBride pushing the ball. Up to Brunson. Guarded by Edgecombe. There's a screen from Robinson. Brunson gets inside. Pump fakes. Goes up. And he is fouled. So he will go to the line and shoot 2. I think the foul's going to be on Edgecombe. Brunson's first free throw. Got it. Just a reminder to those that are watching, May is indeed Mental Health Awareness Month. Be kind to yourself. Just make sure everybody is okay. Protect you and your loved ones. And just know that we all love you and we want you to keep yourself going. And Brunson misses the second. Goes 50% from the line. Here's Edgecombe at the Xfinity Mobile Arena logo. Back to George. George up to Maxey, guarded by McBride. Maxey double teamed again. Maxey pivots, launches, tough shot, and he scores. That's a hell of a shot there from Tyrese Maxey. I can't even lie. That was a really nice shot. 41-38. Here's Brunson off the screen from Robinson. Brunson blows past him. High pass to Bridges. McBride pump fakes on Maxey. Back to Bridges. Gets inside. Out to Hart. Shot clock at 5. Bridges. It'll stay with New York with 3.4. It's a tough shot, man. Here's McBride. You got to go fast. McBride out to Brunson with 3, with 2. Brunson launches for 3. Oh, yeah! Jalen Brunson from Narnia. And the Knicks have a 6-point lead with 6:05 to go here in the second quarter. Here's Maxey up to Oubre. Oubre blocked by Robinson. George somehow keeps it alive. George back to Oubre. Oubre inside, goes up again, and he airballs. Josh Hart with the rebound. Here comes New York. Hart up for Brunson. Brunson launches again. That's short. It's rebounded by Maxey. Here comes Philly in transition. Maxey the bounce. Oubre. Drummond for three. Airballs. Oubre inside. And he is short, but he is fouled. It's a hell of a shot there from JB. I can't even lie. That was a really nice shot from Brunson. First free throw by Oubre is up and in. (44-40), Knicks up by 4. Here's McBride, guarded by Maxey. McBride spins off, now back to Brunson. Brunson right wing off the screen from Robinson. Brunson jab steps, guarded by Drummond. Back out to Josh Hart, right wing. Brunson. And Hart draws the foul. And Bona now comes in for Andre Drummond. Bona had a very strong game, too. It looks like Mo Diawara is getting up. Here's Bridges, the inbound to Brunson. Shot clock at 10 at the FanDuel logo. Brunson back to the basket. Brunson, double jab step. Gets inside. Looking for a shot. Brunson lost the ball. Got to put something up. And he draws the foul. Literally at less than a second. I believe it did. I think it was at .4. Yep, I was right. 4/10. Yeah, we knew that. There was literally no point to go to review. Brunson's second free throw. Brunson's having himself a nightmare shooting performance. He's 3 for 10 on the night. Knocks down his first free throw. Makes it 45-40 New York. With just 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Brunson knocks down the second. Makes it 46-40. Philly fans complain about everything. Here's Oubre back to Maxey. Maxey over for Paul George at the bottom of the 7. Off the screen, there's Bona. Turns it over. Here comes Bridges. Inside. Scores. Counted and the foul. It's on Adem Bona. and the Knicks go up by 8. I said there's going to be a Robinson. Bridges knocks down the and one free throw. 49-40. Knicks have a 9-point lead on what has been a dominant second quarter for New York. Here's Maxey up for Oubre. Oubre inside scores. Tough take to the basket. And it's 49-42. Here's Brunson. Guarded by Robinson. Brunson stops on a dime. Fires back to Mitch. Brunson gets inside. Swings it back. Bridges left corner 3-ball. Bullseye! Mikal Bridges! And it's a 10-point lead for the Knicks. 52-42 with 4:04. George inside. Tough spot up 2. Back of the rim. No. Bona goes for the tip. Bridges secures the rebound. Bridges gets past George. Bridges speeding to the basket. Launches. Tough shot. That's short. Loose ball picked up by Shamit. Hart guarded by Oubre. Off his dribble. Hart off balance to Brunson. Left wing guarded by Edgecombe. Brunson gets inside. Floater off the glass and in. What a run for the Knicks. Timeout Mike Brown. The Knicks on a 10-2 run here in the second quarter. And they lead by 12. Step aside, be back in about a minute and a half.
Woke up the snow, got yourself a gun. Your mama always said you'd be there, chosen one.
Swinging a fly ball to right field, pretty well hit. Freeling back at the wall, he jumps, it's gone! He did it! He did! Swinging a drive towards the gap in right center, it's pretty deep, it's back near the wall!
Woke up the snow, all that love had gone. Your papa never told you about right and wrong. But you're looking good, baby. I believe that you're a feeling fine. Shade my light, no under a bad sound. With a little more in your eyes, just say it now.
Tell me! And cut the...
Watch Mikal struggle all 82. The Knicks not make the playoffs and fucking somebody ruptures some. I would rather all of that shit.
Intercepted! Twisted Craig!
Welcome back to Friday Night SmackDown, NBA edition. I'm your host, JJ Seglio. This has been a fantastic way to start the game, I gotta say, especially after Joel Embiid's comments. We're taking over again, Joel, believe it. This is what we do. This is what we call Knicks tape, baby. This is what we call Knicks tape. Here's Edgecombe, guarded by Hart. Edgecombe inside. Maxey lost the ball. It's picked up by Shamet. But Maxey's able to keep it Philadelphia ball. Just with a new 24. The Knicks bench is up 16-0 as Oubre goes down, a foul called against New York. Got to keep the ball rolling, man. Here's the lob. Robinson goes for the one hand. Couldn't finish as Oubre gets the rebound. Here comes Philadelphia. Paul George guarded by Hart. Back out to Edgecombe. Edgecombe down low to Embiid. And Robinson picks up a foul. Now Embiid goes back to the line. First free throw attempt is good. And he misses the second, so a successful jinx by me. Here's Brunson. Guarded by Robinson. Brunson backing down on Edgecombe. Brunson inside McCall. Bridges out to Hart. Right wing. Gets the low block. Hart jab steps back for Brunson. Shot clock at 5. Here's Bridges off the screen. Brunson goes behind the back. Inside. Bridges gets it off just in the nick of time. And it's 56-45. Knicks go up 11. Here's Maxey. Up to Embiid. Embiid. Long pass to Oubre, left corner. Here's Embiid. Backing down on Robinson. Launches for 2. That's good. Knicks leading by 9. 56-47. Here's Brunson. Up for Bridges. Back across Shamet. Bridges off the screen from Robinson. Bridges backing down on George. Gets inside. Fall away 2. Off the mark. Rebound by Philadelphia. Minute 50 to go here in the second quarter. Here's Maxey. Guarded by Shamet. Robinson comes to help defense. And a turnover by Kelly Oubre. Goes just out of his reach. Off his hands. And it'll be Knick basketball. It's a hell of a pass from JB. Here's Hart. Up for Brunson. Knicks up 56-47. Hart, right wing, guarded by Oubre. Shamet somehow keeps it alive. The bounce inside. Bridges, pump fakes, goes up, and he is fouled by George. So 2 more free throws for the Knicks. I think that's the right call. First free throw is up and in. Bridges' second free throw is good. He makes them both 58-47. Knicks go up by 9 once again. Here's Maxey up to Embiid. And an offensive foul will go against Joel Embiid. Good. Yeah, he pulls Shamit down. That's a foul. As Ariel Huckporty now coming in for Mitchell Robinson. Here's Bridges at the Xfinity Mobile logo. Off the screen, there's Huckporty. Bridges gets inside. Back out Hart. Right corner launches. Off the mark. Rebound goes right to Huckporty. Inside Hart. Jab step. Back to Brunson. Pump fakes on Edgecombe. Under a minute left here in the first half. Bridges launches from 15. No, sir. Hart the offensive rebound. Back out to Bridges. That won't go either. Embiid with the rebound. Oh, that would have been huge if they could have got points there. Here's Maxey. Blows past Hart. Maxey floater. No. Oubre gets the tip and scores. They're saying Embiid gets the points. 58-49. Knicks up by 9. Here's Bridges. Inside Brunson. Brunson off the screen from Edgecombe. Brunson backing down on the FanDuel logo. 8 to shoot. Brunson goes back. Brunson. Gotta get something off. Brunson goes inside. Floater. Oh my God! How do you score on that? 8 seconds left. Here's Maxey. Up to Edgecombe. Edgecombe gets inside. Out to Oubre. Right corner. It is in. So Kelly Oubre hits a three-pointer to cut the lead down to 8. 60-58 is the score. As we have hit halftime, we'll be back. Here we are getting ready to start the third quarter as the Knicks will take it off the inbound, and we are back underway at Xfinity Mobile Arena. Here's Jalen Brunson bringing up the floor, guarded by VJ Edgecombe. Brunson gets it past the timing line. Off the screen comes Cat. It's Embiid, George, Maxey, Edgecombe, and Oubre. Starting fives are out for both teams as Brunson, McBride, Hart, Bridges, and Towns. Brunson's shot comes up short, and it'll go out of bounds. It'll be Sixer basketball. Here's Embiid, double teamed. Up to Edgecombe. Edgecombe back for George. Shot clock at 7. Embiid backing down on Towns. Swings it over. Towns left wing for George. Won't go. Rebound by Towns. Here comes Mikal Bridges. Up for Towns. Top of the key. Swings it over across Brunson. Up for Towns. Pump fakes. Goes for the jab step. Kicks it out. McBride launches left wing. Off the mark. Towns with the offensive board. Back to McBride for 3. Bullseye! If you don't succeed, try again. And it's 63-52. Knicks up 11. Oh my God, Montreal's up 3-0 in the second. The lob, Oubre short, layup is in. Here's Brunson. Up to Towns, and it goes through his legs. That's a bad turnover right there. Here's Maxey. Back pass. Edgecombe, corner 3. Got it. Here's Bridges. Up for Hart. Back to Towns. Launches from deep. In and out. George with the rebound. Here comes Philly. Edgecombe. To Bridges. That one's tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Sixers. Edgecombe. Up for George. George for 3. That's off the mark. Brunson picks up the rebound. Here comes New York. Hart leaking out to the corner. Up to Bridges. Brunson. Inside. Layup. Scores. Counted and the foul. Jalen Brunson with the aggressive take to the basket, and he'll have a chance at a 3-point play. And here are the MVP chants from inside Xfinity Mobile Arena. Brunson's free throw attempt is pure. 66-57. Knicks go up 9. Here's Maxey. Guarded by Bridges. Maxey off the dribble. Falls down. And I think a foul just got called by Josh Hart. No, it'll just be... Here's Kelly Oubre, top of the key. Shot clock at 7. Embiid launches for 3. That is short front rim. Edgecombe with the offensive board. The lob to Oubre is short. Oubre goes up. No, sir. Hart with the rebound. Here come the Knicks. 3-on-3. Hart slows it down for Towns. Towns inside. Bridges connects again. Mikal Bridges getting it done in all sorts of ways. It's back to an 11-point lead for the Knicks. Here's Maxey. Embiid. Maxey. Embiid inside, and he scores. May have been the easiest play I've ever seen. Look at that point. Just put the ball into the basket, literally. Place the ball in the rim. Hart, inside. Guarded by Embiid. Hart for Bridges. Inside. Pump fakes. McBride, left corner. Off the mark. Towns with the offensive rebound. Clarkson. Hart for three. Off the mark again. Bridges goes for the tip. Edgecombe's got it. Here comes Philly. We're getting a lot of offensive rebounds, but we're not scoring. Maxey inside, blocked by Towns, but a goaltend. Here's Towns, guarded by Embiid. Towns, cross-court pass to McBride, lost the ball. It'll stay with New York. McBride wants a foul. He won't get one, and I feel like that's the right decision there. Plus 150 is crazy. As McBride airballs another one. Got to get McBride out of there. Having OG on the wings would be nice right now, as that three is off the mark. Here comes Cat up the floor with Brunson. Brunson gets it past the timing line. Brunson. Towns gets inside, goes up, and he can't get it to go, but he's fouled. Paul George picks up his fourth, excuse me. Towns' first is good. Karl Anthony Towns will not be providing chicken to the people of Philadelphia and the surrounding areas. Whoa! I was about to say, what the hell is Stan Van Gundy talking about? Towns makes both. Second one danced around the rim, but a basket nonetheless. 70-61. Knicks go up 9. Oubre up for Embiid. Embiid swings it across Maxey. Maxey gets inside. Layup is good. A nice little floater. And the lead's down to 7. And now what? Defense chance raining down again. Brunson spins off Edgecombe. That shot won't go. A rare miss inside the free throw line from Brunson. Edgecombe. Embiid. Guarded by Towns. Embiid back to the basket. Double teamed. Finds Edgecombe. Cross court back for George. Jab steps back to Maxey. Maxey to Embiid. And he goes down. And the Knicks take a timeout there. With 6:27 to go, we're going to step aside for a quick 60-second break. are back. 60 to 52, 70 to 63 the score in favor of New York. Nerves are kind of there, I'm not going to lie. Sixers are definitely playing better down the stretch. Bum, 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 bum. See how the fantasy baseball team is holding up. They're hitless. And Wilyer Brave at a home run. Be nice if I started him. But nope, I never learn. And he would have started because fucking DeLauder's not playing. So he actually would have started for me today. I'm the worst. I'm actually the worst at fantasy baseball, man. For God's sakes. Who the fuck are the Fire? Is that a new team? Is that a team that I'm not aware of? Who the hell is that? Well, speaking of the Liberty, they're up 66 to 37. Brianna Stewart leads away with 21 points. There you see Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges. Oh, take me back, man. That was the time. Portland Fire. Must be an expansion team I'm not aware of. I've never heard of them. It's enough to make a grown man cry, man. Those teams were amazing. Robinson is now subbed in for New York. Edgecombe tossed it into Embiid. We're back underway. 6:25 to go here in the third quarter. Here's Edgecombe. Edgecombe nearly lost the ball. Embiid from 10 mocks it down again. Knicks have missed 5 in a row. And Oubre is going to deflect that one out of bounds. It'll stay with New York with 6:07. This was for this third quarter for the Knicks. Brunson. Cross court to Robinson. Back to JB. Brunson off the screen from Edgecombe. Brunson inside. Tough layup. Gets the bounce. Hard drive with his left hand, and Brunson's got himself 20. Here's Maxey. Off the screen from Edgecombe. Here's the pass to Embiid. Goes up for it. The bounce. Oubre, and he throws it down. Off the assist from Embiid. He's got 5 on the night. Brunson launches for 2. Got it. Jalen Brunson having a tear. He's got 22 back-to-back buckets for the Knicks captain. Maxey spinning off Bridges. Maxey pump fakes back to Embiid. Embiid right at the 3. Back for George. George off the screen. George gets inside at the Google logo. George for 2. Off the mark. Too strong. Brunson with the rebound. Up comes Josh Hart. Hart gets inside. Pump fakes back out to McBride. McBride to Hart. Left wing inside for Jalen Brunson right at the stars. Brunson double teamed. Hart inside. Pulls up from 10. Got it. Knicks lead by 9 once again, 76-67 off back-to-back baskets. He's got himself a double-double. Maxey for George. Pump fakes on Hart. George inside. Back to Edgecombe right wing. Oubre right corner 3-ball. Yes, sir. Oubre's got 22 on the night. Brunson up for Bridges. Bridges for Hart. Hart off the screen from Robinson. Ball goes off his foot, but it'll stay with New York. Last touch by Paul George. That layup was nice. Quinn Grimes has now come in for Paul George. Here's Bridges back for Robinson. And an illegal screen will go on Brunson. Brunson wants to challenge it. Mike Brown is, I think, like 32 for his last 32 and 8 on challenges. Let's take a look at this. My clock's about 13 seconds behind. Let me catch up. God, I low-key wish that this event was in frickin' what's it called? I wish this watch party was here. I would have went. I love Steve Novak. I'm a huge fan of his. Steve Novak was one of my favorite players growing up as a kid, especially from the Knicks. I loved him. Oh, Sabres got one. Oh, what channel is the Sabres game on? Ugh. Canadians have been playing really well in this game. I'm not going to lie. That's why they have that 3-1 lead after 2. So they're most likely going to knot up the series, barring a major collapse. Going to be back in a few minutes. Sorry. I pulled a Lamar Jackson, people. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I pulled a friggin' what's it called? Sorry. I pulled a Lamar Jackson. See if Mitch can hit the second. 1 for 2 is a positive trip in my opinion. 77-72, 3:25 to go. Let me bump this clock. Edgecombe, Embiid, inside Oubre, tipped away, stolen by Josh Hart. Here comes New York. Hart driving past Embiid. Somehow keeps this in. But it's going to be an over the back. Here's Edgecombe off the inbound. Edgecombe to Maxey. Maxey gets inside. Embiid goes up, and he is fouled. Embiid's first free throw is good, which means he'll make the second one. There's Allen Iverson decked out in his Flyers gear. Who the hell are the Portland Fire? I still don't know how that was called a foul on Embiid. I really don't. Embiid to shoot his second free throw, and he knocks it through. To the surprise of no one. They're hacking this dude still. Makes the first one. Well, he never plays defense anyway, Stan Van Gundy, so I don't know what you're talking about. He doesn't play defense, so you're talking out of your ass. Mitch going for the second free throw. And he falls short. Knicks lead by 4. 2:50 to go here in the third quarter. Here's Edgecombe, guarded by McBride. Edgecombe gets by, finds Embiid, pump fakes, goes inside, nearly lost the ball. Floater is no good. Embiid gets his own rebound. He traveled for sure. Embiid goes inside and finally scores after a travel. That was a travel, man. And they're still fouling him. This is so stupid. Knocks down the first one. Progress! Somebody needs to shut this rookie up. Makes them both! 2 for 2 goes Mitchell Robinson from the free throw line. Here's Edgecombe. Past the timing line. Guarded by McBride right away. VJ off the screen from Embiid. VJ gets by. Finds Embiid. Launches for 2. That one's short off the front rim. Mitch with the rebound. Passes it up for Clarkson. No, I wouldn't say a heart attack, Doug. I mean, this is classic Knick basketball at its finest. And this is the game where, like, if we don't win this game, it's not the end of the world. Brunson pulls up, step back, 3 ball. That's short. And it'll stay with New York. $80-76, 1:48 to go. Knicks up by 4. Here's Maxey, guarded by Shamet. Maxey stays inside. Edgecombe, top of the key, and he airballs. $80-76. Here's Brunson. Robinson to Clarkson. Goes up with a Robinson, and he can't finish. Goes up again, and he's fouled. Kelly Oubre picks up his 4th foul. First free throw from Robinson is off the mark. Game 4, as of right now, I'm set for Sunday at 3 p.m. If not, then I will gladly put somebody else on the call for that one. Game 5 on May 12th, Game 6 May 14th, and if there is a Game 7, May 17th. Is Mitch going to be able to feed Philadelphia tomorrow? Add up more free nuggets. It's the second time they get free chicken. Here's Maxey. Edgecombe. Embiid off the screen. Maxey double teams, kicks it out. Embiid launches. Back rim. Too strong on that one. Robinson the rebound. Here comes Brunson. Just under 55 to go here in the third. Knicks up by 4. Brunson. Bridges. Back for Brunson. Guarded by Grimes. Brunson with 8 on the shot clock. There's the spin. Brunson. Double crossover. And he is fouled. He'll go on Quentin Grimes. I mean, it's pretty obvious. I mean, he hooked him on the arm. It's the right call. Deal with it. He hooked his arm. He did. He grabbed... Yeah, he grabbed him and then he hooked him on the arm. That's a foul. Brunson's first free throw is up and good. Knicks go back up by 5. Brunson knocks down them both. .35 seconds to go. Knicks up 82-76. Edgecombe at the Xfinity Mobile Arena logo. Edgecombe out to Grimes. Corner 3 ball. Air balls again. Edgecombe. George. That's short as well. It's tipped. Shimmer with the rebound. 20 seconds. Here's Brunson with 15. Winding it all the way down to 10. He's double teamed again. Here's the pass. Clarkson. Shamet. Got it! A huge 3 ball for Landry Shamet. Now here comes Maxey with 3, with 2. And a smart foul there from Bridges with just about 1 second left. Brunson automatic. Damn right about that one. .7. You got to try to get it to the basket. George. Edgecombe is short. And that'll take us to the end of the third quarter. But a huge 3 ball by Landry Shamet puts the Knicks up by 9. We go to the fourth quarter. 85-76. Knicks up by 9.
Check me out right here,
Yo, the sun don't shine forever, but as long as it's here, then we might as well shine together. Better now than never. Business before pleasure. P. Diddy and the fam, who you know do it better. Yeah, right. No matter what, we here tight. So when you hear something, make sure you hear it right. Don't make an ass out of yourself by assuming I'm using movement. What are you shooting? You know that I'm above you, baby. Hug me, baby. I'ma make you love me, baby. Talking crazy ain't gonna get you nothing but trouble. And that jealousy is only gonna lead
are back just in time as the fourth quarter is set to begin. Fourth quarter, man. It is the fourth friggin' quarter. Here we go, man. One more, baby. One more. Here's VJ Edgecombe. Up to Paul George. George guarded by Hart. George goes up. Tough shot. That almost went in. If that would have went in, oh my goodness. Here's Alvarado. He's out there with Towns, Hart, Clarkson, and Shamit. The bounce. Clarkson, tough shot, won't go. Loose ball. Clarkson picks it up with 9 on the clock. Clarkson with 5 to shoot. Clarkson down low for Towns, backing down. Clarkson for 3. Got it! Or 2, excuse me. Here's Tyrese Maxey. Almost said Stan. Edgecombe. Grimes for 3. Got it. Q-Dot with a response. And it's 87-79. Here's Towns backing down. Cat goes over the head pass, and that one's tipped out by Edgecombe with 8 on the clock. Here's Shamit. Down to 5. Shamit. Got to get something off. Shamit goes up, and he is fouled. Shout out to Landry Shamit. What an impact he is having tonight. Got himself 12 points. Shamit misses the first one. 25-3 in bench points. Shamit knocks down the second one. It goes 1 for 2. 88-79. Your Knicks up by 9. Here's Grimes. Gets inside. Grimes goes out. Edgecombe. VJ. That one goes off his foot. Towns keeps it alive. And Clarkson's got it. Here comes New York. Clarkson loses the ball. Goes up for Towns. And that's stolen back by George. Sloppy exchange by the Knicks. George. Maxey. Gets wide open, the drive, tough layup, gets the roll. Beautiful take by Tyrese Maxey, and it's a 7-point game. Clock's about 10 seconds ahead. Let me fix that. 88-81, Knicks up by 7. Towns to Hart, right wing. Hart guarded by Grimes. Here's the screen from Towns. Hart gets it up for Towns. At the Booking.com logo, backing down on PG. Towns goes up the floater, off the mark, just a little bit short. Here comes Edgecombe and Maxey. Maxey for Shamit. Maxey fade is short. Loose ball, pinballs up. Towns with the rebound. Here comes Alvarado off the fast break to Hart. Left wing. Josh guarded by Barlow. To Towns. Backing down on Paul George. Nearly lost the ball. Goes for the step back. Double bounce. Won't go. Barlow the rebound. Here comes Philly again. Maxey. Grimes for three. They need this. They got it. A huge three-pointer for Quentin Grimes. Cuts the lead to 4. Timeout, New York. We cannot be missing this many shots. Oh, man. Sideshow. Someone said Kelly Oubre is Sideshow Bob. I don't disagree at all. That is a perfect comparison, in my opinion. This is getting interesting, man. Dude, I'm loving what I'm seeing out of Landry Shamet. Come on, baby. Let's get back to it. Oh, sleeper jam. God, I'm nervous, man. Oh, can we get back from fucking commercial, man? Jesus Christ. Damn, if me and Dylan did a Knicks game together, that'd be so much fun. I would love it. What up, Casey? How are you, dude? Appreciate you tuning in from good old North Carolina. The nerves are there, man. I am dialed in, but I'm nervous, dude. Sixers are getting a lot of good looks streaming the game. No, this is live play-by-play as the game is going on. So I've got the score and everything. So the way that this does is I'm watching the game, and this is like my live commentary as it's going on. This is how it works. 88-84. Knicks up by 4. Jalen Brunson past the timing line off the screen from Towns. Brunson the bounce to Cat. Gets inside. Hart goes up. Tough layup. Gets the finish. That puts the lead up to 6. 90-84. 8:33 to go here in the fourth quarter. Here's Tyrese Maxey, guarded by Mikal Bridges. Absolutely. New York or nowhere. Knicks tape, you know it. George double teamed up for Barlow. Barlow across. Oubre, right corner, 3-ball. Off the mark. Bridges the rebound. It's picked up by Jalen Brunson. Yes, dude, I'm a broadcaster for college basketball, so you'll enjoy this. Maybe. Brunson guarded by Oubre. Brunson double teamed again. Back for Josh Hart, left wing. Hart with some space wide open to Bridges. Goes up 10-footer. Yes, sir! Mikal Bridges, back-to-back baskets for the Knicks. They go up by 8, 92-84. Under 8 to go here in the fourth quarter. Here's Maxey. Double teamed here from Towns and Bridges. Grimes out to Oubre. Right corner, Paul George. In and out again. Bridges the rebound. Up for Brunson. Here comes the Knicks. Towns up for Brunson. For Iona. Loose ball. That one's stolen back by Grimes. Here comes the fast break. Grimes, the bounce to Barlow. Throws it down. Right on Karl Anthony Towns with 7:25 to go. Yeah, I go there. So yeah, I'm one of their radio announcers. Here's Jalen Brunson. 7:16 to go here. 92-86. Knicks up by 6. Brunson. Guarded by George off the screen from Towns. Brunson, 8 on the shot clock. Back for Towns. Low block. Up for Brunson. Top of the key. Launching. Got it! Jalen Brunson from the top of the key. A big three-pointer, and it's 95-86. Knicks go up by 9. Here's Maxey. Guarded by Bridges. Maxey off the screen from Barlow. Maxey over to Oubre. Oubre for Maxey. Double teamed again. Maxey. George. Guarded tight inside. Oubre going up. That one's blocked. Loose ball picked up by the Knicks. Josh Hart. Bridges goes inside. Draws the foul. Transition D must be quick here in the fourth. Dude, it's hard. Because I'm trying to do this I'm not doing this as a TV guy would. I'm trying to do this radio style. Because that's what I do. I'm a radio guy. It's hard. It's a huge 3 from Jalen Brunson. Bridges got to knock down these 2 free throws. Free throw number 1. Got the double bounce. Listen, I hope you enjoy it. Alright, I can't even be mad at Nick Nurse. He at least knows he screwed up. Or that the Sixers screwed up there. Bridges second. Gets a double bounce on both. 97-86, 6:32 here in the fourth quarter. Bringing up is Maxey. Gets it past the timing line. Every starter is in the game except for Grimes, except Embiid. And George. Or correction, not George. And the shot will not count. It's a foul on the floor. It's hard but smart offense. What keeps away from those scenarios? Got to stay locked. Yes, Casey, absolutely. So it'll just be a foul on the floor, side out. Yeah, it's a reach. That is not in the act of shooting, so that'll be on the floor. 97-86. Nice call there by Ray Acosta. Here's Maxey. Guarded by Bridges. Maxey gets it down low for George. George pump fakes, and it looks like we're going to have a foul on Brunson. So it'll be the second team foul for New York here in this fourth quarter. Here we go. Tyrese Maxey, 6:08 to go here in the fourth. Turnover, but it'll stay with Philadelphia. It looked like that. How the refs this games, I'm just tuning in. Well, they're the opposite of the last crew. They're letting the guys play. They've missed some very shaky calls, I'm not going to lie, but mix of both ways. As Barlow comes out, Embiid subbed in for Philadelphia. Refs have been very interesting, though. But they're letting him play, mostly. Embiid for George. Had it stripped by Bridges. Bridges up to Brunson. Pump fakes again. JB goes inside. The floater is good. Jalen Brunson puts the lead up to 13. Timeout, Nick Nurse. 5:54 to go. And that is the largest lead of the game as the thousands of Knicks fans are loving it inside Xfinity Mobile Arena. And we're going to stay right here, but just after a quick 60-second break. Be back after this. God damn it. Oh. So Eds just aren't deep. Sixers just aren't deep enough bench-wise for us. They run a 7-man rotation, max using 6. They can't hang for more than a half. Yeah, I mean, I got to say, Casey, you and I we've known each other for a hot minute now, and you've been a Knicks fan for pretty much your entire life. Same with me, so, I mean, credit where credit's due. I tip my cap to you for being a Knicks fan from thick and thin. Yeah, they have been running they basically run a 7-man, if you really think about it. But it's looking great so far. Only 6 minutes left, but we gotta finish strong. Knicks 99, Sixers 86. Here we go. The New York Knicks are a plus 238 point differential in the fourth quarter. That's the third best in the NBA in the last 70 years. And here we are, back underway. Final 6 minutes. Sixers looking to hang on for dear life. Knicks looking to put their foot on their neck. And a foul going to go against Landry Shamet. Well, they're actually giving them a break. I'm surprised. Oh, Montreal made it 4-1. Big win for the Montreal Canadiens. They win that one 4-1 as they even the series up going back to Montreal. Here's Quentin Grimes. Lost the ball, and it's going to be Nick Ball. Always, bro. We went through some tough times during the 16 to 20 seasons, but outside the starting 5, Philly just can't hang for more than 3 quarters max. I agree. And Embiid honestly slows them down. It's math. You just have to be successful in the playoffs. You have to be at least 9 to 10 deep. I agree. Here's Brunson off the screen from Edgecombe. JB, Cat, wide open. Too strong. That was way too strong of a shot. Would have been a loud make for sure. I would have bombed through the rim. Embiid draws the double. Maxey, Grimes, corner 3. That's in and out. Towns the rebound. Here comes Shamet in transition. Shamet lost his balance, but finds Bridges. Back up for Brunson. 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Knicks leading 99-86. Brunson off the screen. Gets inside. Pump fakes again. Shamit goes left wing. Shamit goes up. And he is fouled hard by Tyrese Maxey. So 2 free throws to come for Landry Shamit. Shamit knocks down the first, makes it 100-86, which means the New York Knicks have now scored at least 100 points in every playoff game this season. This is now their 7th game in a row with over 100 points. I'm not sure where the hell this came from, but I've been wearing it nonstop. Knicks on a 9-0 run here with 4:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Here's Joel Embiid up for VJ Edgecombe, left wing, guarded by Brunson. Here comes George on the help. George guarded by Bridges. George bounce pass between the legs to Embiid. Back to George. Gets inside. Drives. Pump fakes. Back out to Embiid. And he is met immediately by Bridges. Embiid got to do something. Just throws it up. And that's off the mark. George with the rebound. Lost the ball. Maxey's got it. Right corner. That's good. What a shot by Tyrese Maxey with 4:15 to go. Here's Brunson. Met off the timing line by Edgecombe. Up for Towns. JB gets inside. Goes up. Tough layup. And what a finish by Jalen Brunson. 103-89. Knicks up by 14. Maxey launches the step back. That's off the mark. Rebound by Brunson. Cross court to Mikal Bridges. The layup is good. And the Knicks surging in the fourth quarter. And they now lead by 16. Timeout, Nick Nurse again. Leon Rose loving what he is seeing from his machine. I think Rick Brunson is impressed. Whoo! It's turning into a murder very soon. Yeah, I love it. You hear me? I love it. Oh, man. The stuff that I've been through as a Knicks fan. We're about to win 6 straight playoff games and have potentially a 3-0 series lead. The Knicks have not had a 3-0 series lead since 2013. I was 6.5 years old. But they just got to finish the game. Embiid, George launches desperation 3. That's off the mark. Towns with the rebound. Here's Brunson. George is 0 for 9 since the first. Brunson almost puts Embiid in the blender. Oh, God. Brunson, step back. Just missed. Oh, that would have been so sweet. It's going to go the other way. Damn it. That would have been so nice if he hit that 3. The Let's Go Knicks chance in Philly. Embiid, Maxey. Embiid goes up and he throws it down. Kind of left him wide open. 3 minutes to go, 105-91. Still a lot of game left. Here's Bridges. Under 3 to go. Up for Brunson. Edgecombe hits the floor. Brunson slowing the pace. JB finds Hart. Hart launches top of the key. That's a bad shot. I don't know. I don't like the shot selection at all. MB with the rebound. Here's VJ Edgecombe, left wing. VJ to MB. They just got to hope and pray to hit some shots. Maxey to Embiid, wide open. That's off the mark. Towns with the rebound. Through traffic, and there's Hart. Hart with some space. Swings it across JB. 2:13 to go here in the fourth. Brunson off the screen from McCall. Brunson, the drive goes up, and he is fouled by Edgecombe. Hard take to the basket. The MVP chants inside Xfinity Mobile Arena. Jalen Brunson. First free throw is in. That'll put the lead back up to 15. And the Sixer fans are hitting the exits. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. Oh my God, it's 5-1. Suzuki at the empty net. Wow, what a win for the Habs. They needed that badly. Tyler Kolek is in the game. Sixers have now brought in Justin Edwards. I don't even know who this guy is, Watford. Barlow. Who are these people? The Knicks pull off probably their most impressive win of the postseason yet. In this series, without OG Anunoby. Brunson going for the second free throw. Knocks it through. The Knicks went down 2-1 against the Hawks. Everybody wrote them off, and they've now won 6 in a row. And a foul on random dude I've never heard of. Whoever the hell 12 is. Trendon Watford. Who is this? Who the hell are these people? Jay Walker. Who is that? Jabari Walker. I've actually heard of him before. First free throw is off the mark from Watford. As Brunson comes out, as does Landry Shamet, in comes Pacom Dadier. And then Jeremy Sohan goes 1 for 2 from the stripe. 1:59 to go. It's Tyler Kolek out there with Pacom Dadier, Jeremy Sochan, Mo Diawara, and Ariel Hukporti. Dadier swings it up for Sochan. Sochan gets it out to Diawara. Diawara, cross-court pass. That one goes over the head. It'll go with Philadelphia. Like I said, outside of those 6, Philly has no one. Yeah, you were right. Always F Philly, but respect for Embiid. He can't even play off the pick and roll anymore. His legs are shot. He can't move. Yeah, but I don't feel that sorry for him. I'm not going to lie. 107-92. Here's Watford. Watford goes inside, and that's the easiest layup you'll ever get in your life. Jesus. Here's Jeremy Sochan. Up for Diawara. They fouled Diawara? Really? Philly is going to be down 3-0. Oh, it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. Borderline G League players. Yeah, you're right about that. So Chan unable to connect on the first one. Based off how Detroit played first round, we've seen their flaws. If we can force them to turn the ball over, hopefully OG will be back. I think we can handle Detroit in 6. Yeah, I don't see OG playing until game 5. I'm not going to lie. He might play game 4. Who knows? We want to hope that Cleveland is able to get that series even. And hopefully that series goes to 7. Watford. Walker, the bounce pass. Gets it out. Barlow. Edwards. Walker for 3. That's off the mark. Rebounded by Jeremy Sochan. Where's Michael Irvin with his belt? You know what? You give me a good idea. Kolek comes up short. I need a stoppage here. Watford. Please foul him, foul him, foul him, foul him, foul him. Damn it. Sochan. Up for Kolek. I'm going to make a mad dash. Stay right here. I'll be back. Ladies and gentlemen, your New York Knicks have done it again. Belt to ass. The New York Knicks have a 3-0 series lead and are just 1 win away from the Eastern Conference Finals. In back-to-back years for the first time since the year 2000 and 1999. So we have made a decision that we are going to stay on live for a brief post game. Fire up all the comments. We're reading every single one of them. Alrighty, so final thoughts. The New York Knicks are up in the series 3-0. The last time that the New York Knicks went up 3-0, if I'm not mistaken, was 2013 against the Boston Celtics. They would drop the next 2, but win game 6, 88-80. Yeah, I know, crazy score. The New York Knicks continue their average of up to 108 points per game. Our scoring leaders for the Knicks, Mikal Bridges with 23 points. Jalen Brunson with 33 on 50% shooting. His first quarter was absolutely atrocious, starting at 3 for 10, but he picked it up when it mattered. Also, big shout out to Josh Hart with another 12 points, 11 rebounds. Mikal Bridges, 8 for 14, 50% from the 3, 23 points. Cat with only 8, but he had 12 rebounds and 7 assists. Damn near a triple-double. As for the team as a whole, they shot 38 for 76. They shot 50% from the clip. The Sixers as a whole shot 42.9%. The Knicks shot only 9 for 27 from 3. But the big story is the rebounds. They were plus 16, 49 to 33. Led them in assists. Led them in blocks. Were plus 3 on turnovers, though it's not ideal. But fast break points, Knicks were plus 4 again. But the bench points was the story of it all. As the New York Knicks bench combined for, I believe, around 29 to 30 points. Another outstanding game from the New York Knicks, as the Sixers have now fallen down 0-3 in the series. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap it up for today's stream. The New York Knicks continue their winning ways by a final score of 108 to 94. Thanks for tuning in. I'm JJ Seglio. We will see you guys right back here on Sunday as the Knicks look for their first sweep in a very long time. Final score, Knicks win it 108-94.